best aura and magnetism coach in the world. So, welcome. My name is Susie, and today we're going to talk about terms and words and aura that you need to understand for my upcoming videos. So, you're going to be in advance and you're going to know your shit. So, welcome. I did like a list of terms that I say a lot in my videos, but some people don't really understand them or they just have no knowledge about it, which is totally fine. But I want to just make a video for my terms so we can really understand it better. And for when I use them, you're just gonna remember and you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I know what that word means. So it's really simple as that. You want to become your most magnetic self and have so much aura that everything you want, even the things you don't know you want yet, they come to you, they chase you. So that's the goal of my whole channel. Let's start. First year I have alignment. People, of course, y'all know it, but let me just come back to that word. Everything begins here. Alignment is the way your thoughts, your emotions, your desires, your action are all pointing in the same direction. Without alignment, magnetism leaks, people feel tension, inconsistency, or effort. Alignment makes presence effortless. Alignment is really the bridge between your internal center and your external expression. It is not perfection, it is about flowing in the same direction as your inner truth. Really simple. You have your core self, who you want to be, who you are, your true nature, and being in alignment is respecting that the most you can because we're humans, we're not perfect, but really respecting it and taking action, taking the same way, behaving the same way, feeling the same way. So it's really about being one with your core self. Do we have authenticity? A lot of people know already, but being authentic is just being your true self no matter what. No matter if the people are gonna laugh, judge you, insult you, or reject you. It's really about being who you truly are. Magnetism cannot exist without authenticity. The world sense when someone is showing a curated or borrowed version of themselves and it is repulsive. You've seen it before. It doesn't feel right. It's just you are not interested. Authenticity equals allowing yourself to be seen as who you truly are in your choices, in your silence, in your speeches, in your style. And it is both freedom and power. Of course, people seeing it, that's vulnerable, it's embarrassing. I could never. That's why you're stuck there, and that's why you're a background character like everybody else. And the goal here is not to be a background character. The goal here is to stand out and have all eyes on you. Don't listen to those people. They love to judge, they don't know the truth. When you are authentic, when you are vulnerable, you are powerful, you are magnetic. People are inspired by you because most people could never, but you could. Next, we have presence. Presence is the felt reality of you here and now. It is not about being dramatic, it is the quiet, undeniable signal I am fully alive in this moment. What I love about presence is I have this technique where when you are like standing up, you are just fully in your body, you're fully in your feet, you're fully in your body. So you're not in your head, you're in your body, you're here. You if there's wind on you, you just let that wind being there. If you hear noise, a baby crying or a car driving, you just hear it. You let the world be how it is around you and you're just there being. It's like when you see an animal, you see that animal being their true self. You're not seeing that animal being constantly in their mind and thoughts and overthinking. You see that animal just existing. So being present is magnetic. It doesn't make you a background character, it makes you the main character. Present makes time bend around you. People pause, they listen, they notice. And presence without effort equals infinite aura. So I don't want you to force anything because the moment you force something, you're not being your true self, you are not being magnetic. But you can be present without forcing it. You can be present just by being your true self. Of course, there's time you're not going to be present. That's totally normal. but when you can be present, be present. Number 4, we have magnetism. Obviously, you guys already know that word. I say it at least 100 times in all my videos, but magnetism is the effect of coherence, alignment, and presence combined. It is the gravitational pull of your energy, not charm, not performance. It is felt by everyone unconsciously. Magnetism grows exponentially as your aura expands and your internal center strengthens. I love that word magnetism. If I would get a tattoo, never by the way, but if I would to get a tattoo, I would get like a plane because I love planes, but magnetism too. Actually, I would never get a tattoo. You're never gonna catch me with a tattoo. Hell no. But magnetism is my baby, and it's literally an energy, it's an aura, it's a way of being, and we can't really put a finger on it. It's invisible, but it's there and powerful. Number 5, we have boundaries. You guys already know that word, but boundaries is super important when it comes to having infinite aura. Boundaries, they are sacred. They are the invisible architecture that contains your energy. People naturally feel drawn to someone who knows their limits because it signals strength, clarity, and self respect. Without boundaries, energy leaks and the aura feels weak. So learn to say no when you need to say no. When you feel like saying no, you say no. When you feel like saying yes, you say yes. It's really that simple. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop trying to please everybody around you. You know who you are and have strict and firm boundaries. So people are going to respect you way more when you do so. And people are going to use you like a dirty rag when you keep saying yes and showing up even when you don't want to. Simple as that. Number 6, we have resonance. Resonance is the echo of your internal frequency into the world. So everything you do, say, or wear sends a subtle signal. Resonance is why your energy can attract people, opportunities, and experiences that matches your vibration. For number 7, we have gravity. Not literal, but energetic. Gravity is the pull of someone who is fully centered, coherent, and aligned. People can't help but notice it. Your internal center plus coherence creates your personal gravity. So I see it as you here walking and you have this pull that everybody wants to look at you, be near you, be your friend, learn more about you, or you just have this pull, this strong pull, and can't ignore you. Number 8, we have mystery and space. Infinite aura requires space, not oversharing, not performing, not explaining every details. So mystery gives imagination room to play, and the space creates fascination. Be mysterious. If you're not a mysterious person, learn to listen to your intuition. When you feel the urge to say something, say it. When you feel the urge that I don't have to share this information, don't. Always listen to your body, always listen to yourself. God is always working through you, but you have to respect God and you have to listen to God. I remember at times I want to share something, but then like that person is talking like they're talking above me, like I want to speak, but then they're talking again. For me, sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe this is God telling me, like, hey, you do not have to share this information. So I just keep quiet, and then, like, the subject of the conversation just naturally shifts. So never force to talk about things that maybe you want to talk just to fit in or just to feel like you're appreciated, but it's not necessary. Keep things to yourself. Be mysterious. You do not have to say everything. The moment somebody knows everything about you, it just makes you not magnetic. It makes you like a background character. Leave space, okay? You're gonna see that person again. If you have to say it to him, maybe it can wait. Number 9, we have flow and effortlessness. So being magnetic is never about force. Never, ever, ever, ever. The moment you're forcing is the moment you are not trusting. The moment you're trying to control, being resistant. No, it has to be this way, it has to be this outcome. You are not letting God do the work. You are forcing things, and not 9 times out of 10, that thing is not working. It happened to me so many times when I was younger. I really wanted something and I did my best. I forced the situation and it never happened. So you have to let God do the work and just be yourself. Trust the process. It's gonna happen. Being magnetic is never about force. The most magnetic people make it look effortless because their energy is in flow. One thing that I love to think is that God has so much power that He doesn't even have to do anything. He can just do this and boom, everything is working. To have a lot of power is to show that you're barely doing anything to get there. For number 10, we have energy consistency and uniformity across contexts. Your energy should feel the same in every room, with every person, in every medium. And consistency duels magnetism. Consistency multiplies it. I remember this friend who, when she was with me, she was nice. She was completely different than when she was with another friend. And it was looking repulsive. It was like, how are you such a different person with them than you are with me? But now that I'm understanding this, it makes more sense. You should never fully change yourself. I'm sorry. Of course, there are different contents, but you seeing your grandmother and you seeing your colleagues. Of course, you're going to be different. Your tone is going to be different. Your way of talking to them is going to be different. That's totally normal. But your core self is always going to stay there. I don't care what you have to say, it's always going to stay there. And you should always make sure that you're not fully changing, because when you're fully changing yourself to fit in, it's not magnetic. It's weird. It's like, who are you? Who are you? Why are you acting that way? It's fake. It's just not real. And people don't like it. So consistency doesn't mean doing the exact same thing in every situation. It means the same underlying energy, essence, or internal signal flows through everything you do. If the external expression changes, think of it like water. It takes shape of every container it's in, but it's still water. Your grandmother, your husband, your colleague, they're all different containers. You may speak differently, move differently, or show different sides of yourself, which is totally fine. But the vibration underneath your core self, your coherence, and your internal center remains the same. So, with your grandmother, your energy is warmth, patient, tender. With your husband, it's intimate, playful, and magnetic. With your colleague, it is confident, clear, and professional. The surface is going to change to fit the context, but the core energy, your truth, your calm, your alignment, it is unshakable. It does not change. That's how you have a lot more of aura. I have two left. Number 11, we have frequency and vibration. This is the invisible tone of your being. So everything, body, mind, connection, vibrates at a frequency. Having infinite aura is when that frequency is clear, stable, and resonant with your highest self. Number 12, we have signature. So your signature is your core self, your unique fingerprint on the world, your style, your posture, your rhythm, choices of words, movements, aesthetic, vibe, aura. It is your signature, your essence, who you are. A signature that is coherent with your center amplifies your magnetism exponentially, infinitely. Okay. But when you're not following your center and you're just trying to fit in and be like everybody else and taking the same path as millions of people, even if they're miserable and unhappy, that's when your center is not amplifying your magnetism, but your magnetism is repulsed exponentially. So don't follow people, never follow people. That's the best advice I could give. People are miserable, they hate their jobs, they're poor, they have no money, they complain every day. I rebuke, I don't want that. I rather take the long way. I rather be criticized by my parents and the people around me. I rather be misunderstood. I rather be laughed at. I don't care. I follow my true nature daily. I'm gonna show up and watch how life is gonna change. Watch it. The secret is that all these terms are not separate tools to judge. They are all together layers of the same energy. So this is my video for today. It was really fun. And thank you for listening to me. I love you guys so much. Please, in the comments, Ask me questions. If you want to do a video about this or that or this person, I don't care. Comment. And thank you for following me. Peace out.